This is the kind of conference matchup where you could say throw out the records, except both teams are having outstanding seasons, coming in ranked in the top. The Buckeyes will kick this away to start us off. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Coverage team flying downfield. Not much gained on that return. So Washington's offense comes on the field first today. Got a quarterback here coming off a sensational performance, Kirk. He sounded very confident when we met with him this week. Let's see if he can build on that this time.
Yeah, I think the last game that he played, he just threw the football on time. He didn't try to do too much, found the open receivers, took what the defense gave him, and as you had mentioned, we had a chance to talk to him. I think that's what he's looking to try to do, not try to live up to the hype, just put together another solid performance.
Moves the ball out across the 30, and it's good for a first down.
Boy, this guy is running hard today, right? I mean, you think about some of the backs that Washington's had. This guy's trying to say, hey, fellas, let me be added to that list of guys like Greg Lewis and Napoleon Kaufman and Chris Polk and Bishop Sankey and Myles Gaskin.
He's running out of time here. Under pressure, just lets it go. Just flings it out of bounds and pass rush closing in. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. First down, looking for more now. They bring him down, but it's a big play all the way to the 43.
And that's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
This Washington offense is moving quickly down the field. On first down, it's play action. The short completion to the tight end. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. They look to throw it here on second down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. They try to sneak it for the first. Did not get there. And now it's going to bring up fourth down and 1. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. This will be a long-range attempt. 51 yards out. No, and he knocks it right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here. Makes it 3-0.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. They'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense comes out for their first possession today. This is a running game that comes in on a roll. The top back, over 100 yards rushing, found the end zone multiple times. Clearly, he's going to be the focal point of the defense today, Kirk, you'd think, anyway.
Yeah, how much fun was it to watch this offense and watch him specifically, what he was able to do. Pretty much anything he wanted to do, he was able to capitalize on. Now today, it's a different challenge. New game, new opportunity to showcase what he can do. And I think it's important that this offense show that they can do more than just run the football, because I think this defense is locked in to take him away.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And the pass is complete to the tight end. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now. They'll kick it away here. We'll see what he can do with the return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Fire to the right side, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Nowhere to run up the middle. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42. Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Hand off to the single back. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And he will be stuffed for no gain. 3rd down play for this offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. With sure hands, it's Turner. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. So a very makeable 3rd down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
Oh, for defensive backs, man, they salivate for opportunities like this. Some may only get 1 or 2 a year. He was not going to squander this chance.
And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. A quick throw out left, complete. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. Here's the 2nd down play. And now the handoff. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, what a grab! They get him to the ground, but it's 1st down now at the 28. Completion good for 1st down yardage for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Makes the grab. It's Montgomery. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. And the Huskies pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Catch made by the tight end. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around. So, Kurt, it's Washington in front. And at the end of the 1st quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the 2nd period. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a 1st down. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. And it's good right down the middle.
Chris, they get the 3 points, but looking back at it, 4th and inches. Pretty conservative call there. I really thought they would have gone for it.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. They're going to run it. He's got the first and still going. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. First down here for this offense. And now they'll run it on the draw. So an early season test for both teams, a top 25 matchup. Both trying to get off to a quick start here, Kirk, and set the tone for the rest of this one.
Well, that's the beauty of these matchups early in the year. You're either going to come out fast or fall flat, and one of these teams will experience the latter. This game is crucial, kick-starting your team in the right direction for the season. These kind of games create that type of momentum that they can carry with them on a week-to-week basis.
Looking deep down the right side. Pulls it in outside the 10 and still running. Finally brought down to the 12. An explosive play puts him in great scoring position. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Zero running route stop right at the line of scrimmage. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. The shotgun running play call. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Pressure is coming. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. He made it. 3 points on the board.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Washington offense heads back out onto the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Defense is coming after him. And it's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. Try to catch the defense with the draw. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. And the wideout goes in motion. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And trapping for a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now we run a draw play. Breaking free at the 35. And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. As the first down is still going. They bring him down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. It'll be first down. Buckeyes pick up enough yards to move the sticks. again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Looking for 6. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
What a beautiful post route right over the top, and it splits this defense for 6 points. Great recognition by the quarterback to see the void in the middle third of this secondary and confidently deliver that strike.
Here comes the point after attempt. Extra point puts him in front by 1. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. QB decides to keep it here. Stout defense there. It's a 3-yard loss on that run. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's second down and 13. Important play coming up. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Taking a shot deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. The Huskies will bring their punt team on the field now. And the ball is away from inside the 10. Fair catch made near the 45. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. Grabbed by the receiver. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. He'll hand it off. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete. Off the incompletion, sets up a 3rd down and 2. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down. The Buckeyes will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's a short completion to the big tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back grabs it on the screen. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. And the Huskies will have to kick this away. On he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. And here's the return. And the return brought down by the coverage team. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. The tight end has got it. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The gain moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete. Now it's second down here. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Looking right. This one caught. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain in that play. And they pick up the first on the ground. And they do pick up first down yardage. Set up now at the 44. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. The Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw it. Caught for the completion. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here. Talk strategy. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. And he's got it. 57 yards out and never in doubt. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. The returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on 1st down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
It's an out route, the catch made. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made on the out route. And he's tackled immediately, so not much of a gain on the play. Short completion there, 2nd down coming up. Delayed handoff. They test the middle there, but get nothing. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Buckeyes look to keep this drive moving. It's a draw. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. The receiver makes the catch. They bring him down after a short gain there. Here we go, 3rd and short on the 7th play of this drive. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. The pass is caught. That's enough for a 1st down. This offense set up in scoring position at the 40. Looks to the left, pass caught. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher 2nd down on the way. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play. This will be the 10th play of the drive, but it's 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Oh, it's incomplete and very nearly intercepted. They wasted opportunity for a much-needed takeaway there. So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. The field goal is good.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Toss play to the outside. Some hard running there through a tackle. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, I'll be honest, Chris, I'm really surprised he's trying to get outside like this to try to make a play. He's not the fastest at all. I think he was just desperate to try to come up with a play, and, man, it did not work out. That is a significant loss for the offense.
The Huskies will have to kick it away. It's a rough drive for the offense. Punter comes on and booted away. And it's taken right on the midfield logo. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. A play action, looking to throw. The freshman with a little too much air under that one. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Can he get there on the ground? Breaks into the clear. They make the tackle, but the offense set up with a first down in the red zone. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. It's a heavy formation. Extra blockers on the field. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. He's got it right near the end zone. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Buckeyes hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. Off the play fake on first down. And he scores! Touchdown, Ohio State. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Now the all-important extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out, and they put something together in this drive. They continue to feed the running back, but he has had nowhere to go today. They've been getting owned at the line of scrimmage. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Breaks into open space. And he's shoved out of bounds, but the defense short of the first down marker. 3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. QB to the tight end for a completion. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Washington getting set for the 1st and 10 now. He hands it off from the gun. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Well, Kurt, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. And they got to be feeling pretty good about things as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's review how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Did not get there. And now it's going to bring up 4th down and 1. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. A running play called on 4th down. Crosses the 10-yard line. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches a 38. First down from there. This Washington offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. And he'll just throw it away to avoid the sack. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. There's contact on the throw. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Crucial 3rd down play right here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. We're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. He's going to try to return the punt. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Offense comes out to start this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Montgomery. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. A deep shot right down the middle. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th. And the Huskies will line up to kick it away. Back out to punt for the 4th time today. See if he can make a play on this return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. They call the draw play here. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? He's past the marker and still going. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. To draw play. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Turns it loose downfield. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. You see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking tuck. Deep shot toward the end zone. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. But let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Washington offense heads back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
The quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And the pass knocked down by the defense. Incomplete. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Ball handed off. No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as he try to cut in to this lead. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. He makes the grab. Makes the catch at the 10-yard line. Offense threatening now. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Leaning on the run game here late. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Boy, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
And now they'll set up for the point after. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
37, Washington, 9.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. And there's the handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Tries to get it to the running back, but they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for the wide out. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop. The offense now has great field position to start the drive. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Sticking with the running game. Breaking tackles. That's a nice play. It'll set him up 1st down now at the 12. The Buckeyes are going to cash in this red zone trip. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5. This is an impressive performance. They played a good football team here today, Kirk, but they just dragged them behind the woodshed and dominated from the start. This is going to catch people's attention.
Yeah, I think most people are going to be in awe when they look at the results of this game. Unbelievable job by this team dealing with the expectations, the pressure, and as you said, playing a good team. This was a big-time win and an opportunity to really continue to move up.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.